welcome to your weekly Women's Business Breakthrough. I am honored to get you this breakthrough around your level of commitment to your business. So I want to ask you a question. I want you to be really honest. How committed are you to birthing this business, to growing your business? How committed are you to doing whatever it takes to get your clients results? Now, that doesn't mean that you work nights and weekends. It doesn't mean that you kill yourself or struggle or go into body breakdown, making sure that your clients get results. But what it does mean is that you're willing to go that extra mile. You're fully in. You're fully committed. Just be honest with yourself, right? It's a question. I've had to ask myself this question at many points along my journey. And I'm over here grieving the loss of a dear friend of mine who's recently passed away. You might know of him. His name is Shawn Stevenson. He's an incredible speaker and author. He was 3 feet tall and he lived with a disease called brittle bone disease. Shawn taught me so much about the power of commitment. He taught me how good it feels to open up, to stop having my own agenda about everything that should be easier or the things in my business that I thought should be different. I remember meeting with Shawn at a mastermind event and, a bunch of us were sitting around talking about stuff that didn't really matter, myself included. Like we were sitting there comparing our launch stats and, whose webinars were converting higher than whose and, the nitty gritty of digital marketing. And Shawn would just wheel his wheelchair into that whole environment. And it was like the entire room would change. It was like this wave of light and love and truth-telling badassery had just frickin' wheeled itself into this environment where I think we can commonly forget what's most important about what we do. I've had clients telling me lately how much money they've been making, which I'm so proud of. They're like, Sage, I just made $400,000. I just made $150,000. And my question is always, how many people do you get to make a difference for with that income that just came in? So I remember that day meeting Shawn and sitting down next to him at lunch, and we became fast friends. And I was going through a hard time. I had just gone through a rough breakup with somebody I had been dating for almost 2 years. And I admitted to Shawn that I was tired of putting myself out there when I felt run down and I felt burned out. And, there were times that I had to put myself out there that I just felt more introverted and internal. Can you relate to this? What do you do when you go through times of not wanting to show up? Because that's where commitment comes into place. Can you feel it? It's in those times where we're actually being stretched to just show up. That's when commitment matters. Commitment is easy to make when we're on our way to an exciting event or when we're about ready to get on stage and the people are already in the room. But commitment matters the most when you only have 2 people signed up for the speaking gig and you really need 15 people in that room. So I was telling Shawn, one of my biggest gremlins is there's women out there that are already doing it better than me. Like, why should I keep growing and keep growing my events when it feels really hard sometimes? And I was having a pity party with myself. And I remember Shawn looked in my eyes, sitting in his wheelchair, and he just said to me, Sage, the reason that you need to keep doing this is because you're Sage Lavine and you do it different. He said, I heard about your last event. You rocked it. You raised like $50,000 for the women in the rainforest. And I saw the dance party videos on the internet. Like, you're doing it different. And he got through to me in that moment. I realized I am doing it different. And that doesn't mean that every other woman, right? Like my dear friend Lisa Sasevich and my wonderful colleague Fabienne, like they're doing it amazing for their clients. And I'm doing it amazingly for mine, and you are going to be doing yours amazingly for your clients. Your clients are actually waiting for you. And no matter what you're going through, there's a way in which when you commit to the calling, you can surpass all of the crap. You can rise above, you can pull through even when it's hard. The degree to which you want to grow your business is also the degree to which you're willing to work on yourself. As we work on ourselves, as we look at ourselves, as we take 100% responsibility for everything that's ours to feel and work through, the grit, the triggers, that's when our businesses continue to grow. So my question to you is, what are you doing this week to commit fully to your business, to being the channel of the wisdom that is meant to flow through you? You're a messenger. There's no accident that you were asked to bring this wisdom at this time. The world's in some trouble right now. We're facing all kinds of problems on a global level. Every human you heal, every human you inspire, every human you invigorate is going to translate to the planet, to the oceans, to the hunger and homelessness problems, to global warming. We've got to turn this thing around. There's not really that much time for us to wait for your commitment. So my question to you is, are you willing to commit at a bigger level? Because what happens when you commit is you create like an electrical circuit for yourself. Like, feel this. When you're not committed, there's only so much energy that can flow through you. Like, the universe is flowing through us all the time. And the deeper we can get plugged in to our own yes, Y-E-S, that means you evolving spiritually, your clients getting an incredible transformation through your yes. How are people going to feel safe investing in your programs if you're not fully committed? Like, we can smell it. So literally that energy of commitment increases the energy that the universe can then flow through you to bring the gifts to the people that are waiting for the gifts. Because we think it's about the money. We think it's about making more money. It's really not. It's about helping as many people as we can and letting the money flow back through us and to us from that commitment. So we have to give ourselves to those who are looking for us, to those who need our message. You have to be willing to give yourself over to those who are waiting for you, right? Mother Teresa said, we don't belong to ourselves. We belong to each other. And so we have the opportunity, the responsibility to get into that energy of commitment, to get into that energy of love, trust, generosity, flowing the goodness that is us to other people. Have you ever been in a seriously bad mood, like depressed, feeling sorry for yourself, like shit is seriously wrong, right? Excuse my French. And somebody reaches out for advice or somebody reaches out for your help. And like, as soon as you start giving, all is well with the world again. Have you ever noticed that? If you haven't, I recommend you try. Wait until a time that you're particularly in a bad mood and then reach out to somebody who you know could use a little bit of your love. Just check in on them, tell them you love them, let that energy flow back, and be reminded of how freaking good it feels to give to people, to change lives, to make the difference that you were here to make. And let's just ramp up that level of commitment. What is it for you? And what's going to have you commit at a greater level every single day? I am so excited to be here with you on this journey of commitment. It's my great honor and my privilege to just be dancing towards success with you and remembering that our opportunity is to just do what's ours to do, what's yours to do, and what's mine to do. Nobody's out here saving the world all alone. We are far more connected than we give ourselves credit for. Let's keep committing. Your clients are waiting for you. They're not just waiting for someone like you. They're actually waiting for you. I love you, Sean Stevenson. Thank you for being alive. And I love every single one of you. We're with you. Mwah.